Welcome back to Dynne Plays Dragon Quest IX. On the last episode, we sat through a very long commercial. But luckily for us, because we sat through 30 minutes of commercials, we got some sweet outfits for everyone. It was buy one, get four for free, essentially. I didn't have to buy these. I just had to go through a lot of hoopla, rigmarole, and talking to, robot answering machines. It was a pain, but we look stylish. I am never going to take these clothes off clothing. I am never going to remove my baller threads for the rest of time. We have made it here, ignoring the slimes, to Alltrades Abbey. Get in there before it goes into the middle of the night. Welcome to Alltrades Abbey, a very scenic, picturesque new location for us to explore. This place looks gorgeous. Very wonderful, beautiful, crystal clear blue waters. They have nothing against Angel Falls, although they have two falls. They have one over there and then one there. And then I think they have like a third, would it be considered a third waterfall if you have like one up there and then like a tiny little bit of a pause and then like another one a bit further out? Is that technically two waterfalls, or is it the same one since it's in the same part of the mountain? Questions for Apis Major. Well, now that we can go up to the observatory whenever we desire, we can bring those questions directly to him. Anyway, I feel like we have to continue on with our tasks to find the fruit. We need to make the ultimate fruit salad, or else the gods will never give us the French onion soup, which is not something I will ever allow to happen. So hello, new people. This is the place to which those of our flock who wish to change their vocations come. But unfortunately, at the moment, we are unable to help them. Oh boy, that sounds like a problem I must solve. What is going on that you cannot offer the one service upon which you are known to offer? Welcome to Alltrades Abbey, holy home of the vocational reassignment. But I'm afraid at the moment we cannot. Well, why not? I need answers. I need answers, please. Oh my god, a priest. Do you have answers, priest? Join me now in prayer. We ask that the Abbot be returned to us safely. Oh, your Abbot is missing. We need to go to a 1920 New York stand-up comedy stage where they are doing a skit about baseball players. Abbot and Costello, if you didn't get that particular. All living creatures are children of the Almighty. Well, except for Stella, but Stella is not a child. I have no idea what Stella is, but she definitely does not constitute a child, because children are innocent, and that woman has committed many war crimes. What's down here? Another old man wearing a fez. I came here with the intention of giving up the old buying and selling game, but people keep asking me for things. I can sympathize immensely. People always ask me for things. I bet you're the same, aren't you? Oh, yeah, you know it. Kindred spirits, like meets like and all that. It's a good job I brought my wares with me then, isn't it? Welcome, valued customer. What can I do for you today? I unfortunately only have $407. The rest of my immense fortune is currently tied up in labor bonds in the stock market, so I'd be a pain to get it back. So hopefully I can recoup any losses with whatever things you have to sell me. You're here to buy today? That's a shock. Normally, anyone always wants to sell things to me. Well, what do you need? Medicinal herb, antidotal herb, chimera wings, iron broadswords. I could do with some weapon upgrades. I really could. The long spear, that would be good. Poison moth knife. Whoa, that would be... Oh no, I was looking at Charles. Like, Charles would get a giant increase in damage if he swapped over to the knives. But he's not going for the knives. Staff of sentencing? Ooh, it's $1,600. Never mind, that's a lot more expensive than I would have otherwise thought. I can't do that. Battle whip, oaken pole, razor claws, war fan, iron shield. Ooh, I could, honestly, since I still have that wooden paper napkin attached to my arm, I probably do want to upgrade my shield at some point. Not sure if I will, though. Iron helmet, iron armor. Because I know there are some recipes that are like foundationally based upon iron equipment. I believe they're called gigasteel equipment items, like gigasteel armor. I believe the alchemical process for that is using a bunch of ingredients that I think we now might have access to. We can turn the iron helmets into... the iron equipment into steel equipment, and then steel to gigasteel. I'm not entirely sure. I'll look more into that probably once I can justify going back to Stornway for anything other than a commercial break. Iron armor, that's pretty cool. A normal white t-shirt, it's a plain white tee. It's inferior in all ways to our incredibly powerful armor. The Robe of Serenity stops some attacks that would otherwise send the wearer to sleep. Normally, I would probably invest in getting a Robe of Serenity for someone like you, probably Charles, maybe Nuts as well, because it does magical mending and magical might. I would probably prioritize this for your mage, because being able to resist sleep. Some pieces of equipment will have like certain inbuilt abilities to like resist certain things, like a percentage of magic damage or certain status effects. This one resists sleep, so keep an eye out for the descriptions. There might be bonuses that you might not be able to immediately put to paper. You might not be able to see what the true benefits to your equipment is if you're only going off of the stats. Iron kneecaps. Nah, I'm good. Springtime skirt. A classy, if slightly cutesy, pink skirt. How much is this? 440. Oh, if only I had enough. Is there anything else I can help you with? No. You might have some stuff that I want in the future if I didn't already upgrade my incredibly powerful drip. What is this? The Abbot should have been in for his hourly lunch by now. Oh dear, I do hope nothing's bad happened to him. If he's vanished, which is increasingly more and more likely, it's almost certain because he's on his deathbed. I'm going to have to ferry his immortal soul off, and I'm going to institute a new Abbot. Maybe I can finally get a new church, like a proper church for bolts and nuts. Nuts and bolts, they are a package deal. She needs a place to preach, because she's a wandering priest at the moment. Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll raise enough money to buy her a church. I wonder what's become of the Abbot then, eh? People say he's not the sort of bloke who'd just run off for no reason. Well, if that's the case, there must be a very good reason why he's run off. My good man, I would take some delicious... Yeah, I see you don't offer French onion soup, which is bad. I suggest you do it. I realize you're on an island and onions don't particularly grow well on islands, but I highly recommend, even if the cost of import your onions, even if it's immediately at a loss, monetarily speaking, over the long term, it'd be much better. Welcome, sir. You can take a brief break from the stresses of changing vocation here. Just relax. That's it? You don't even offer any goods and or services? You're just like, here, you sit at a table and relax, I guess? Sure, whatever. You have a ponytail. Can I judge you now? And a widow's peak. If Vegeta was only slightly longer haired, I don't know. He already has very long hair. I was a mage until now, but I thought it was time I trained my body as well as my mind, so I became a martial artist. Oh, that's a rather large leap in vocational power. It's like, I used to commune with the spirits of the arcane, and now I just beat the crap out of people with my bare-knuckled fists. I'm dead lucky that I managed to change my vocation before the Abbot went missing. Welp, if he's gone, I will find him. The inn, are there any books? You look Abbot-like. Are you the missing Abbot? Now to practice my bow. Let's see. Face the bowie squarely, then bend from the waist at an angle of 45 degrees. Oh, hang on. First, there are all these weird technicalities. What was it? Assign bow to a direction with assigned party tricks. Then press the assigned plus control pad direction while holding down the B button. Dear Lord Almighty, what does this all mean? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. I was just practicing my bow for when I met with Abbot Jack. Can you teach me how to bow? Can I learn how to bow? I can clap. Applaud. I will applaud your efforts. Hi, how are you doing? Hello. Well, thank you for your wisdom, I guess. How are you doing? We cannot offer much in the way of comfort, but we do have some meager accommodations here at the Abbey. Welcome to our inn, weary travelers. No, I'm actually good. $20? I don't have the money to spend $20. What if I have an emergency? What if I need to buy like some kind of equipment piece that will save my life in a shop? What if I'm dying of poison and I need an antidotal herb, and the last antidotal herb costs like $380? I'd be like, I rested at the inn. I don't have enough money for this. There's a book called An Encyclopedia of Steel Weapons. Oh, this might be the very thing I was talking about. Iron ore and lava lumps are essential for steel weapon making. Both can be found in the Alltrades area. Dynne finds recipe for a steel broadsword, a steel lance, and a spiked steel whip. He also finds recipe for a steel bar, steel claws, and a steel fan. Not to mention a recipe for a steel axe. That is correct. Now we have recipes for steel weapons. And as the ancient tome of the library shelf has just said, many of the items like the lava lump are going to be available in this particular place that is Newid Isle. So go and explore, you might find them. And then you might be able to, oh, plain clothes, I can sell that for $6 if I'm lucky. There's nothing in this one. There's a book called An Encyclopedia of Steel Armor. You need royal soil and iron ore to make steel stuff. Here's a hint, explore around Alltrades. Dynne finds recipes for a steel shield, a steel steel helmet, and full plate armor. He also finds recipes for steel gauntlets, steel kneecaps, and steel sabatons. We are going to be able to make an immense amount of steel armor that is quickly rendered moot because I have already increased my armor. I've been running around looking for the Abbot and I haven't slept a wink. Let a man have some rest, would you? All right, fine, sorry, I'll get out of your hair, I guess. You have a hat, so I can't get in your hair while it's protected by such incredible helmetry. All right, surely there's someone around here who has knowledge. Look, what's going on, eh? Some of us have come halfway around the world for this change of vocation, you know? I spent what few coins I had to pay for this trip here, and now you're saying we can't change trades at all? It was tough for an old stick like me to get here, you know, and I did it to fulfill my lifelong dream of becoming a maid. Not gonna question that, not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole. To each their own. If you want a balding old man as your maid in a frilly outfit, that is your prerogatives, friends. I'm not budging from this spot until I've got my frilly dress and a feather duster. Well, I mean, good sir, if you would like a frilly dress and a feather duster, there are wonderful shops downstairs. I have it on good authority that some of the local shops carry exactly what you desire. They are extremely cheap. I could even give you an inconvenient discount because you came all this way. I wouldn't want you to leave empty-handed. I may not be able to legally change your vocation, but I could get you set up with all the equipment. Not good enough. I need my legal documents. I would not want the IRS to get up my old rear end if I didn't have the proper documentation. Maids make a lot of money in this day and age, you know. I can only apologize to you all. I'm sorry he's not here. Abbot Jack is absent at present. If you could all just wait a little. How long have we been fobbing off with for that, eh? We'll still be standing here next year if we believe your rubbish. I really am most dreadfully sorry. I implore you to be patient just a while longer. Oh, he is making a book for it. He is booking it. He is making a beeline over there. Are we good? No one wants to change their vocation, right? Like, Charles, I don't think is physically capable of becoming anything other than Magic Man. And I would not even try to get Bolts to change from a thief. I genuinely think the world would collapse if she ever stopped thieving. And then Nuts, I feel like she could absolutely change vocations, but so long as Nuts and Bolts, the outfits. I got associated with leather dresses and training tops. I need to reallocate space in my mind for your updated looks. Are you good? All them spells is up your defense and weakens your enemies and such like as a stronger effect than you cast them more than once. What? Oh, I got it. Allow me to translate. This is Nuts whispering in my ears because she is originally from a rural area with this kind of accent. He's essentially saying that all of those types of buffing and debuffing spells, like Accelerate and Debuff, that affect your stats, you can multicast them. And by multicast, I just mean cast them multiple times. Multi. That's the origin of the word, believe it or not. And they will stack and make increased effects. If I'm charging vocations, perhaps I should pick up as lots of spells as they, but being a warrior would be good and all. You haven't even decided on your vacation, my good man. You need to decide this. You are just like the modern man, always going into shops demanding your way, but then when you get your way, you don't even know what you want. It's like going into the local Wendy's and be like, why is the ice cream machine not working? That is a McDonald's issue. But you're like, this is a Wendy's and this is better. And I'm like, all right, fine, we fixed it. We have specifically accommodated your desires, sir. What kind of ice cream do you want? I'm like, and then they're staring at you like, you made all of this ruckus and you don't even know what ice cream flavor you want? I'm like, there's so many options. I'm like, good sir, there's only 3. There's vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. If you don't know what you want, get the hell out. And then they throw you out of the Wendy's and there's no higher curse upon your bloodline being thrown out of a Wendy's. Imagine how low of a person you have to be thrown out of a Wendy's. This dude is the scum of the earth. What about you? I don't know why I'm talking to you. This is gonna be making my ears bleed. I'm not budging from this spot until I get turned into a maid. See, I don't want this. I just don't want this image in my head. What about you? Are you more sensible? Oh, you're here to change vocation and all, are you? Not really. It's all right for you then. The Abbot skipped town, so the rest of us have to hang about like some lemons waiting to change vocation. Well, I will make you into a custard or a pie. Lemon pie? God, lemon pie is delicious. What about you guys? Are you guys good? We have searched in all of the obvious places for the Abbot. All of the local closets, all of the local pubs, but he's just nowhere to be found. The Abbot appears to be troubled by something at the moment. I mean, how would you know this? He's not here to be perceived. How would you be able to tell if he was troubled by something if he was not here to be like, I am troubled by something, my child. Do you have any tips? And it'd be like, why are you asking me, sir? You're the Abbot. I have no idea what it could be, though. Well, useless, the lot of you. What about you? Welcome to Alltrades, Abbey. Have you come to change your vocation? Like I told the sailor man, no, I haven't. Ah, well, if that's not why you're here, may I ask what is the purpose of your visit to the Abbey? I'm looking for fruit. I'm sorry, you're looking for fruit? Yes, figs, golden. Golden figs. Dude, I wasn't aware that figs could be made of gold. No, they're not made of gold. The golden figs, they shine like gold. They're from a world bush. World bush? Well, technically, like the world shrub. I heard a voice in my head, and they were like, if you want French onion soup, you must get the figs. And I'm like, I had to agree. I mean, I can understand going a long way out of your way for French onion soup, but golden figs? I think you might have need of medical services, my child, and not a vocational change. Yes, shining fruit. Yes, that is what we've just been talking about. As it happens, Abbot Jack was given a fruit by that blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Wow, that my brain did it. Language exploded in my head for a second there. As it happens, Abbot Jack was given a fruit that might match that description by someone who came for a change of vocation. Where did they get that fruit and where did they go? I think the person in question is still here in the Abbey somewhere. Ask around and perhaps you'll find something out. I literally talked to everyone in the Abbey. What? I have to do the rounds again? Do any of you know about the fruit? You don't know about the fruit. Why? Where is the dude with the fruit? Does anyone know? Has anyone seen golden fruit from on high? This is where you can change your weapons and your classes. They're one and the same. If you're a thief and you want to become a mage, you can wield staves. Because as you all know, certain staves, lengths of wood, they are over the legal limit for anyone other than mages to wield. It's like if you tried to pick up a stick that was more than 3 feet long, it would be considered a staff, and the Almighty would strike you down where you stand. You seem like a purveyor of goods, services, and knowledge. Do you know about the Muffin Man? From Drury Lane? No, not that Muffin Man. That's from something that I can't talk about. No one ever talks about Drury Lane. There is weird moaning going about in that particular place. Anyway, I'm looking for golden fruit. I bet you're the same, aren't you? No, I want golden fruit. You don't have golden fruit. I already looked at your wares. You don't have golden fruit. What about the barkeep? Barkeep, do you know about the golden fruit? A shining fruit, you say? Well, I do like to dabble in a few unusual items. The hard substances, but I don't have anything like that. I feel like I could make my fortune if I plucked the seeds and grew my my own golden fruit tree. My old golden I tried to make something work with that, but it didn't work because I can't connect any dots in my head. You should ask the maid over there. The one upstairs, because he's not technically a mage yet. Legally, he's not allowed to pick up a feather duster or be within, 30 miles of a frock frilly dress. She's the expert on sweetness, if you know what I mean. No, I do not, good sir. Please do not gossip about that kind of stuff on the clock, on your employed hours. Save that for afterwards. Pardon? A shining fruit? Well, yes. The Abbot had one of them with him when he came to lunch the other day. He's very partial to his fruits, you know. Okay. He must really like a pineapple. He likes to have fruit for dessert. Good man. You can't go wrong with some all-natural fructose, the natural sugars within most fruits. So I peeled it and gave it to him after he'd finished his main meal. Do you have the skin? I need something to bring back to Apis Major. Or did you throw it out? Do I have to go rifling through the Alltrades Abbey trash? That's gonna be a pain. Maybe I can get Bolts to do it under the guise of looting. He told me that he'd been given it by a man who wanted to change his vocation and became a martial artist. Okay, well, the one up here, we are getting ourselves the rigmarole all the way around. This is what's called making very little progress and saying a lot of things without actually saying anything. What is it? You need me for something? Yes, golden fruit. Where'd you find? Have I seen a shining fruit? Yes. Did it fall from the heavens, perhaps? As it happens, I gave a fruit like that to the abbot. Yeah, I got that. Where did you get the fruit? I picked it up on the way over here. I'd heard that the abbot was crazy about fruit, so I thought it might help things along. I don't know what he did with it after I gave it to him. I saw him talking to the barmaid in the pub, but that's it. I literally already talked to her. Barmaid, do you have anything new to say? Probably not. I'm not gonna talk to her again. So they got the fruit from somewhere outside. Oh no, please don't be what I'm thinking it is. Oh no, not you. How did you get out of my head? I thought I reinforced the door locks. How did you get out? It doesn't look like the old fat guts is here either. Where the flap has he got to? I'm looking for fruit, and I don't think the fruit would appreciate being body shamed like that, Stella. Figs are naturally rotund. That means they're extra juicy. But hang on, I've got the sneaking suspicion that one of those fruits you're after was here till not long ago. What gave it away? The fact that 3 people, no less, have confirmed that the abbot had a shining fruit that is notoriously fig-shaped, which is the very thing that we're after, and that they've said, oh yeah, I totally had it. It was in my hands. I peeled it. I gave it to the abbot. I watched him eat it, and he left. Of course it's here, you daft fairy. Something tells me this Abbot Jack character might have gone and made a meal of it. What gave it away? Was it the maid that said that they peeled and fed it to him? Oh my god, you are brain dead. Oh my god, she's gonna infect my brain. If she is some kind of parasitic leech who shacks up in innocent Celestrians' heads just to steal their IQ and brain cells, I already have very few of those to go around. Is this why I'm having trouble talking as of late? Because you're sucking up all of my brain skills? IQ, brain, point, get out of my, I need to banish her back to that train. Although, I wouldn't want to condemn the train to Stella. I like their caboose, it's shiny. I can't inflict Stella on such a shiny train. I reckon you should find that important looking man again and ask him if he knows anything, and then get after the abbot. Okay, fine. I think she went in through my chest. Oh god, no wonder I've been having heart palpitations recently. Important dude, I have to know about the fruit. It's you lot. What, are you sure the abbot left the abbey after eating the fruit you mentioned? Yes, I'm very well aware. I see. It harbors some mysterious power, are we just telling that to people? I feel like humans shouldn't know about the sacred power of the figs. Of course, the Tower of Trades. Legend tells it that it's where the vocation-changing rite was carried out in days of yore, but now it's overrun with monsters. Under normal circumstances, the abbot would never considered venturing into such a dangerous place, but, well, if you say this fruit may have afforded him magical powers, perhaps his curiosity finally got the better of him. Oh dear, I don't like to ask, but there's no one else. Could you possibly go to the tower and bring the abbot back? We men of the cloth are neither equipped nor inclined to battle monsters. Please, I implore you to help. All right, it is my duty. Now that I have set foot on your lands, this is now officially part of my flock, and thus I am morally obligated to go and do this. I shall bestow upon you my most benevolent of help. Oh, thank you. Before you go, let me teach you the secret way to enter the tower. You must stand at the entrance and take a bow. Just one will suffice. Let me show you how to do it. Bend at the waist, 45 degrees, no more, no less. If you go even to 46 degrees, the door will fall on you and kill you. It's like a trap, and if you go too high, 44 degrees, the ground will open up, swallow you whole, and spit you out 3 miles under the ocean, and at that depth, you will run out of air and drown before you reach back to the surface. You gotta get it right on the first try, kid, or you're dead. I have learned a new party trick. I can now bow. I am the master of bowing. The Tower of Trades is to the east of Alltrades Abbey. May the Almighty watch over you and guide you to the Abbot. Thank you, good sir. I'm going to equip that immediately. Assign party tricks. I am going to replace the air punch. We no longer need the air punch. Bow, 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 bow. There it is. I can bow. Oh, I should probably learn how to pray. Can I get rid of clap and learn how to pray? I need to pray. I need to pray to the Almighty that my success is successful. Pray. I can pray. And now I can bow. 45 degrees on the dot. Perfect. This is amazing. Are you still hell-bent on becoming a maid? I'm not going back home until I've been turned into a maid. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to talk to him anymore. I feel like my brains will dribble out of my ears, and Stella will gobble that stuff up like French onion soup. I have no other jokes. Don't expect me to have any other jokes, because until I get French onion soup, I will talk about it until the heat death of the universe. And only until it's relevant, though. We need to get to the tower. Do I need to fight any of these creatures? I probably don't. There will be time in the future to talk about these many varied creatures. Although, I can do one. No, leave me. I don't want to fight you. I want to fight. I can fight a slime knight. I can do at least one. And these are some new enemies. Slime knights. The slime knight is a huge fan of proper exercise. The slime that they ride on is in actuality not a slime at all. It is in truth a rubber exercise ball passed down from parent to child. Every young knight knows that they must care for the slime ball more than their own life, for if it were to ever break or be damaged, there would be no way to repair it, and they would bring irredeemable shame upon their families. Their only recourse would be seppuku. Many slime knights renounce the martial ways to open their own calisthenics-focused gyms. I love these dudes. These dudes are incredible. I love their shields. I really wish I could have a very stylized shield like this. I love these dudes. They're incredible. Do we have any new abilities to talk about? I don't think we do. Metal slash, no. Cracking. Ooh, crackle. Did we do that one? Rips into a group of enemies with sharp icicles. Yeah, we did that one in the past. I'm just gonna do, what about whoosh? Whoosh does 3. No, I'm just gonna attack. Charles, you're going to do, oh, you also have crackle. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna do crackle on you. Bolts, you know what? We don't even need to steal their items. I'm just gonna do that. And nuts, mercurial thrust, why not? Lightning speed, you've been pierced by my power. 31 damage, nice. Crackle, or well, just normal. Oh, wow, 53, that's crazy powerful. Thank you, Charles, that's crazy. Each party member received experience, and the party obtained $150. Nice, I need all of the money that I can get my grubby little hands on. I need more money to pay for services. The inn, people. Welcome to a tower. It's a really big tower. It's made of stone. Unlike the towers in the observatory, which are made of hopes and dreams. Can I get in? It doesn't look like the doors will open. There's not even a keyhole. Well, luckily for you, I can bow. Hello? Magic doors. The party trick seemed to do the trick. The doors opened. This is incredible. This is the power of piety, my friends. If you but show reverence to your local door frames, they will open up. Go to your local 7-Eleven, Walmart, Kmart, or even an Olive Garden, and their doors will open to you automatically if you but bow your head at exactly 45 degrees. Again, no more, no less. If you went 43 degrees at the Olive Garden, they would shove so many breadsticks down your throat that you would spontaneously combust. It'll go straight to your thighs, and then you'll blow up into the door. Hello, towers. I am going to loot thoroughly. Hopefully, oh, slimes. Oh no, I hope there are no slimes that can make me sticky. I don't want to, no, leave me alone, slimes. I don't have any desire to deal with slimes. I will say about the slimes, little bit of a fun topic, fun fact, snakeskin, nice. When it comes to the slimes in these areas, they are actually stronger than the slimes outside of Angel Falls. I do believe there are 3 variations of blue slimes in the game, each getting increasingly and increasingly stronger, but you don't really have to worry about it. There's still slimes and they are still quite weak. Zombies, why is there the undead in such a holy tower? Leave me alone. I don't want to fight anything. I can fight people on the way out. Ooh, a mini medal. Nice. I believe that's a really rare thing. Certain pots have a very small chance of giving mini medals, so break all the pots. You'll definitely not live to regret it. Can I draw you away? Excuse me, my friend. How do I get out of here? Oh, there's a door. I didn't realize. I am glad I checked, because there are chests, and I want them. A tortoise shell. I got one of those from the Crabbits before. Strong medicine. That'll be helpful. A Gleben groat. I thought that was a Gleben guinea for a second there, but it's not. Those chests will respawn because they are blue chests, which is cool. What is around over here? Nothing. Nothing but another staircase. Leave me alone, slimes. Do I have to go? I have to go all the way back around. All the way back around. This is what I get for thorough looting. No, leave me alone, dude. I don't want to fight anyone. I have no desire to fight the undead. I need to get to the top of the tower. Because what could possibly go wrong? Fighting the no. Most of these enemies will just try and charge you straight on, so it's easy to avoid them if you have no desire to fight. Dynne reads the inscription. A vocation is a door to boundless potential. The ability to choose one's vocation is the inalienable right of all mortals. Well, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. If I ever, you know, were a mortal. No, don't touch me. I don't want to touch the undead. They're unclean. Was that a red chest? Red chest. It's a red box with another mini medal. Nice. That'll be super helpful shortly. Oh, well, I guess we're doing this, dude. These are, what are these called? They're Jinxters, and they strike before we have the time to prepare. Oh, wow, they're doing, oh, bang. Rallying cheer. Oh, that's quite concerning. That's extremely concerning. Let's begin by learning everything there is to know. Every conceivable drop of knowledge that can be learned about the Jinxter should be learned right now. Jinxters are genetically predisposed to having humiliation fetishes. You will most commonly see Jinxters in positions that involve some degree of self-imposed shame. Jesters, mimes, surfers, and wireframe modelers are some of the most common professions. Despite possessing somewhat formidable arcane prowess, if you ever do run into an unruly Jinxter, quite literally, all you have to do to get away is to spit on them. They love that, and will quickly see you as the dominant member of the encounter and quickly turn docile. And we shall best them by using our immense power of Hot Lick. No, we're just gonna use Dragon Slash because we haven't used Dragon Slash in a hot minute. Use Bang. Throw their own techniques back into their faces. Nuts, I need you to use Mercurial Thrust and pop them like a balloon. Bolts, you're up next. 30 damage. Ooh, they're paralyzed. Nice. That is the effect of that dagger. I believe that's the first time that that actually popped off in actual combat, which is pretty nice. Before, I tried to, like, actually use the item, like, use the dagger as an item, because I thought that's how you made the effect, but no, it's just an effect of using it normally as an attack, which is cool. So I can paralyze people, which is fine. Oh, Charles, you missed, but that's fine. Bolts is always around to clean up all of our messes. $160. I will take $160. Where else are we going? Another meaningless pillar. And poisonous mushrooms. Again, we'll deal with the rest of these enemies when we're done. Oh, it's like a maze up here. Oh, red box. Gotta get the red box. Where's the red box? Go, go, go. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, is that a yellow bat? $1,200. Oh, that's gonna pay for my expenses. Well, my expenses and my expensives. Because those are typically one and the same. Where am I going? There's a blue chest over there, which is fine. Another Gleben groat. Cool. I can sell those for money, which is great. Is there any... Oh, another red box. I'm going to take those, and I'm going to love it. Oh, man, knights. And iron gauntlets. Okay, cool. I don't have to make my own, then. What's in the barrel? No, don't touch me. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Jesus. No, leave me alone, please. Leave me alone. I don't have the time. I don't have the time to talk to you about anything. There's nothing in there. Why do you just have an empty room? So strange. What's in the pots? Wow, literally nothing. Why do I explore if I'm rewarded with nothing? No, Dracmages, no, leave me alone. Can I move you? Perfect. Out of the way. I need to continue. Up the stairs. It's the only thing that I care about. Ascensions. Elevating my power to higher planes of existence. Excuse me there. Just gonna squeeze past you right there. Very nice. Excuse me, Drakmage. I'm just going to explore the other side. There's nothing over there. Except more enemies. Can I just... Hopefully this is the last tower. We're up to level 6. Man, we're going up 7 flights of stairs. Wow. Those steps, they're literally floating and glowing. That's not concerning at all. Another red box. There are so many red boxes over here. More mini medals. I need more of those for future projects. Another one. Up at the north. Or, well, the northeastern parapet. Vial of magic water. How are we doing on HP? We're not doing too hot. We're not doing too hot. Can I get nuts? Actually, I want bolts. Because bolts has heal. I want bolts to do the healing. Because she doesn't need her MP for anything coming up. So that's fine. I'm going to focus down. I want everyone at full health. And you might understand why I'm doing this if you understand video games. But that's fine. Yeah, cool. What does this say? This is another inscription. Do not go lightly into a new vocation. You who would start anew, once chosen, your new calling will shape the rest of your days. Unless you revocate yourself into your old vocation, in which case all of your old abilities will instantaneously be returned to you, which is a good thing. Let's step into the light, because if I was someone who consumed an ancient, all-powerful, divine, glowing golden fig, and if I went to the top of a tower, the first thing I would do is make magical floating glowing stairs to a portal that leads to another dimension. We're either going to heaven or I don't know. Whatever humans define as heaven. There's only one way to find out, and it's to go through. Oh wow, this is not what I was expecting. It's a sea of melted candy floss. Cotton candy abound. As far as the eye can see, it sparkles with the golden bliss of sugar crystals, and powdered sugar. You totally look like an Abbot. Not least of which because you're in 3 dimensions. Can I do my... I know you wouldn't get that as Immortal because that's like a Celestrian-only comedy special that was airing like only for like 3 weeks, which is a really short time for a Celestrian, but we benefited from it regardless. We're floor number ? So we exist outside of the bounds of time and space, which is fantastic. Excuse me, sir, I need that fig that you ate. Which, I mean, is there even anything left of it, or am I gonna have to do some unsavory things later on? I could get some fiber, or prunes, fibrous prunes. We could blend it up into a smoothie, it'll go down easier. Do you need help with anything, sir? It seems like you're in another dimension. If you've gotten trapped in another dimension, please dial the number below so you can contact your nearest Celestrian Guardian so they may intervene on your immortal soul's behalf. And hopefully, potentially, maybe, no guarantee, asterisk, there are many, many complications that may arise with Celestrian interdimensional retrieval. Anyway, yeah, call the number. Almighty power that commands all trades, oh mysterious force that drives the winds of change. Come to me. Man, this beard. He's got a beard that fits any dwarf. This guy is perfect. I love the beard, dude. It's great. And your hat. Can we get the hat for Charles? I feel like Charles would benefit immensely from a really tall hat. Who dares interrupt this holy ceremony? If your purpose is to disrupt this rite, your efforts shall be in vain. None shall interfere with the will of the heavens. Well, actually, I am an emissary of the heavens, and, you know, I'm the one who got visions from God, the French onion soup and all that. I'm the one tasked by the voices from on high. I feel like if anyone has the right to interfere, it is I. The power is mine now. The power of supreme guidance. I roll the dice and it's a 1d8 instead of a 1d4. I've doubled the power of guidance. The wisdom to lead my flock. I'm sorry, you can't. No, I'm sorry. I think you might be confused. I am the one with the flock. Since I've stepped foot in this land, your flock has now become my flock. You are now a part of my flock, so only along the brightest of paths will guide them. No. I think this is a case of fundamental misunderstanding about the nature of guidance. I am the one who guides. Look at my leather hat. And now I, Abbot Jack of Alltrades Abbey, implore you to grant me yet more power, that I may guide yet more lost souls. Fill me now, anoint me, grant me the gift of ultimate guidance. A D20. Oh my god, it's light. That doesn't seem particularly holy, because if I've learned anything from the ancient Celestrian tomes, is good is gold and bad is purple, because that's just, it's dark, it's ominous, it's broody, but the golden light of the figs, it's way better because it's like jubilant and wonderful and wondrous. It's just a good color. The power comes. Yes, let it consume me. He's entrenched himself in an orb. I don't know if I can save someone who's been, transformed by orb power. What is this? What have I become? I've got claws for fingers. This hideous form, am I a monster? This darkness, this black power, this is not what I wished for. Dude, this is what you get for wishing upon the purple. Anyone who wishes upon the purple is going to get like the ultimate monkey's paw. I'm like, I want the power to guide my flock. And now you've been turned into something with a giant tail. I don't even understand how the monkey paw affects this particular wish. Like, I wished for power, so here you go. Have claws for fingers? How are you going to type if you don't have fingers? But perhaps, yes, I see now. It is through tyranny and through fear that I shall ensure my charges follow the righteous path. Oh no, he's got 3 eyes. I am no longer Jack of all trades. I am become a master of none, and all will learn to obey me or suffer my wrath. Don't prolapse your tail just so you can swallow my body. I know I am an incredibly tasty young Celestrian, and you would probably get power if you consumed my cellular biology, but I'm going to ask you kindly to not. Maybe I can get some like comically sized nail clippers so we can trim down those spikes and make you a bit more appealing to the masses, because I feel like if you went back to the Abbey currently, they'd be like, that's entirely too many spikes, Jack Abbot of Alltrades Abbey. I am going to need you to put those things away. What are you talking about? What perfect timing. I'm going to ignore you and continue to pontificate about my evil plans. I was just looking for a subject on whom to test the true extent of my newfound power. Now I wonder, will you allow me to guide you on the righteous path, or will you suffer the consequences of disobedience? I am quite certain I am going to disobey you. He has gotten a lot taller because he has like a bib on, but that was when he was a human, his like entire frock smock outfit. Like that was his robes. And now it's just like a bib. Although has his hat gotten bigger? I feel like his hat might have gotten bigger. I still want that hat for Charles. Yeah, it's disobedience time. Welcome, one and all, to our introduction about the Master of None, the boss of Alltrades Tower. After consuming the divine fig of the world shrub, Jack of Alltrades has ascended to the form that was heavily inspired by the cartoons he would watch as a young child. Unfortunately, it was corrupted by the evil intentions buried within the man's heart. Hopefully the history books understand the man's plight. I imagine that dealing with balding old men who desire to become maids and salty sailors who desire to become bunny girls would justifiably drive a man to the brink. How are we going to fight this dude, you may be asking? Well, we are going to be fighting him with immense amounts of power. I'm just going to do crackle, and then I'm just going to do crackle. Or do I want accelerate? I probably want to raise my agility first off, so I'm going to have Charles accelerate. Bolts. Ooh, I probably don't want to pause? I could pause. I'm fairly certain Bolts has the power to halt reality. Well, Charles does. I do too. Everyone in my party has the ability to halt reality, which is a good ability. But I think, no, Bolts has accelerate. Actually, if I do... Wait, that's one party member. What was the other one? Oh, Accelerate. Charles has the upgraded version. I always thought that Charles had Accelerate and not Accelerate. Okay, Accelerate, typically if a spell ends... Typically if a spell ends with, you know, like LE, like Crackle instead of Crack, or Accelerate instead of Accelerate, it's typically a tier up. So if it ends in LE, you're typically like one level above. If it starts with KA, like Crackle or Crack, then it's like Crack is level 3, and then Crackle would be level 4. There's like 4 levels of spells. So it's an interesting thing to keep in mind. I didn't even realize. Bolts you can just attack, and Nuts, I want to see how much Cattle Prod does, because I think you might be a beast. So let's see. 25 damage, that's pretty cool. Drain Magic, ooh, that's gonna be an interesting thing to work around. He attacks for 25, that's a lot. 53, oh yeah, I'm just gonna work on that. My agility increases, agility increases, agility increases, and agility increases. Times 4, fantastic. 12 damage, that's not a lot. I think Nuts' primary duty is going to be on healing and support more than anything else. So you're gonna do Crackle. I want as many of that, like, high damage spells as we can, because if he starts to drain MP from people, that will be bad. I'm gonna raise agility again. Bolts is, I'm gonna do Toxic Dagger just to see if I can't do any damage. And then Nuts, what kind of spells do you have? You have mid-heal. I don't necessarily need to do mid-heal immediately. I think I'm gonna do buff. I think I'm gonna buff Bolts, because Bolts is the only one who really does physical damage, so I feel like she's the only one who's gonna be super benefited from buff. So Nuts can focus on doing that. Dynne and Charles can then get 23, that's fine. Whoosh, oh, he has a multi-hit attack. That's gonna be concerning to work around. Defense is increased. Oh, I was kind of hoping for increased damage. Do I not have... Oh, no, the spell that increases damage is a spell called Oomph. And I don't have Oomph at the moment. I only have Buff, which is defense. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to have Nuts start healing people then. So, yeah, you can keep doing Crackle. You can also do Crackle now that we have... Oh, Sap. Right, that's the one that I wanted. Yeah, I definitely want to start doing Sap if I can. And then you can just do normal attacks, and Nuts, I want you to heal 75 minimum. I think I just want you to do normal heal on Charles. 25, that's pretty fine. Defense decreases a little. I can handle that. That's good. 49 damage. A lot. Oh, Dynne only has 1 MP, so he's going to be focusing down on just normal attacks then. Charles is good. Drain Magic. Ooh, I wish you would not... As long as you don't focus that particular power on Charles, will be fine. That's probably the biggest reason why they gave you a file of magic water outside of this particular fight. Dynne, you're just going to do... Honestly, I want to try Egg on Bolts. Or do I want... I want to see if I can't show this off. I'm going to do something a bit crazy that might pay off and it might not. I'm going to do Egg on Bolts. Charles is going to do Sap yet again. Bolts is going to defend. And Nuts is going to... Nuts is going to try and see if he can't land a snooze. I'm going to see if I can't put this guy to sleep. Bolts defends, that's fine. Sap lowers the defense even more. Unaffected. Okay, that's fine. I needed to do that regardless. Bolts tension increases to 5. Whoosh, 8 points of damage, that's fine. I'm going to do Egg on Bolts yet again. Charles is now going to be focusing down on Crackle. Bolts again is going to defend, and Nuts is going to heal herself, because I do not want my healer to go down. Crackle 46, that's fine. Bolts is still defending. Casting heal on themselves, staying alive, very good. Eggs on Bolts raises that to 20. Fantastic. Draining Magic. I will handle that. That's fine. As long as you're not Ooh, crackling lightning. That's concerning. That can do a lot of damage. Dynne, I'm going to continually egg on bolts for an effect I will talk about once it becomes apparent on why I'm doing that. Charles, you can do crackle. Bolts, you're going to keep defending. Nuts, you're going to heal. Who do you want to heal? Mid-heal. No, we just want to stick with normal heal. Normal heal on Charles. I want to make sure that guy stays alive no matter the cost. Okay, that's good healing. Rallying Cheer brings the tension up to 50. Crackle does more damage. That's fine. Ooh, he got a critical whoosh. That's... Ooh. Okay, that's fine. That's still fine. Egg on bolts. It's still fine. It's still fine. We're still good. Crackle, still defending. And I need you to heal yourself, Nuts. Defense. A little bit more damage with Crackle. That's fine. Healing up yourself. That's good. Rallying Cheer. Up to 100. She is going insane. Her limits have been broken. She is entering a state of high tension. Stop calling lightning. Nice. Not a lot of damage, especially on bolts. That's fine. Charles needs to heal, which is fine. He can attack. You can now crackle. Bolts, I want to just normally attack. And Nuts, I need you to heal Dynne. 236 damage. 236 damage by getting your tension up to 100 through the use of abilities like Egg On. You can do extreme amounts of damage. We have been averaging like 50 damage, and it is that high, 230 plus damage, because we did lower his defenses at that point, which is fantastic. If you can combine all of those extra abilities, like raising your own attack if you have oomph, or lowering your opponent's defenses with sap, it is just out and out the best way to go about doing this. Dynne doesn't have enough for heal, which is fine. I'm going to make him use... Oh no, I don't have any medicinal herbs. Well, that's concerning. All right, you just need to attack then. And Charles, you just need to keep doing crackle. Or, I wish I had crackle. That would make this fight trivial in the extreme. Bolts, I actually want you to do heal as well on Nuts. And Nuts, I want you to heal Bolts. So you two heal each other. That'll get everyone else up relatively high. Defenses return to normal. That's fine. 44 damage, that's good. Casting heal, also good. 27 damage, that's about all you can do. Oh, he's casting buff on himself. I think I need to get Charles to cast... Oh, no, that's... Ooh, Charles, you're still alive. That's fine. Okay, you can attack. Charles... No, I think we just need to focus on damage. You can attack as well. And then, Nuts, I need you to do mid-heal on Charles. I just need him back up to full. 26, that's fine. Oh, we don't even need to heal. That is the power of raising your tension. You don't even need to worry about anything if you can strategically use that high tension. I heavily recommend using Egg On. And you get Egg On as a party trick from Inzir, the person in the cave under the tree. Each party member receives 726 experience, which is absolutely fantastic. Dynne's level increases to level 17, absolutely wonderful. And we got a wonderful bit of EXP, or well, HP. All of our stats, our attributes increase. Wonderful. 4 skill points. Ooh, what do we want to upgrade? What do we want to upgrade? We could get... Ooh, I think I want to go all in on swords to get that critical hit rate up. That might be handy. And then the one after that, ooh, Miracle Slash. Yeah, I definitely want to focus mostly on sword skills. And then Litheness. Ooh, there are some good ones. There are some good ones in Litheness. Magical Might, Magical Mending. But for right now, I'm going to focus down on swords. So that's good for this one. Dynne becomes more likely to inflict critical hits when equipped with a sword. Awesome. Ooh, and we got an accolade. Fab Fencer. Awarded to Dynne for earning his grade 4 sword proficiency certificate. I am sword grade 4 certified, baby. Nice. And I got $780. Even nicer. And he drops a treasure chest. It contains a lava lump. even nicer. The most nice. The nicest. This is the nicest lava lump that has ever lumped. I will take this. This is incredible. Oh, there we go. No! My power! My newfound power! The purple! No, purple, please, don't leave me. Don't leave me, purple. Oh, no, all of his purple. I'm sorry I had to strip your purple away from you, friend. That much highly concentrated purple, it's not good for the soul. I would never be able to ferry you off into the arms of the Almighty when you died if you were just that exposed to purple for so many years of your life. Ugh, what is this constant yammering in my head? It's like he never shuts up. What am I doing here? Why is the sky an endless void of flaming pink? What kind of reality have I found myself in today? Oh, I should not eat strange glowing fruits that random travelers give me. But it was glowing, and I had to eat the glowing thing because I am a holy man. If something glows in my presence, my brain is still shaken. I have to eat it. It's like a holy decree. You're looking for a shining fruit, you say? Of course. I ate a shining fruit, and I remember very little after that. I only remember a terrifying feeling that I was losing myself. Don't worry about that, friend. Everyone trips up on their road to living their lives, and if you stumble and fall and get lost on this winding, twisting, hellish road that is life, don't worry. Your local Celestrian guardian has got you covered. They'll be like, oh, another stray member of my flock. I gotta get them back on the path. But that's what we do. We take pride in our work. Well, most of us do. Some people are just... Don't get me started on the people. It's a miracle that they've gained the title of guardian in the first place. Anyway, yeah, you did take on a monstrous form, and you were hell-bent on guiding my flock through fear and tyranny. It was a bit of a tonal shift, I will say, but I knocked some sense into you. By the power of shaking my ass at my companions, I've got them so pissed off that they literally sliced your jugular open with the power of poison and knives. Poisoned knives. It was the reason why I nearly took your head off in a single slice. It's the power of bolts. If she gets going, she will not stop. And it was you who saved me from this warped version of myself. I see. Yeah, well, it was mostly nuts. Well, the reason why we didn't die is because of nuts. Nuts is, of course, the reason why none of us have grievous, permanent injuries to ourselves. You good, bro, then? I feel like you're good. You're good. I must return to the Abbey. There are lost souls there in need of my guidance. And he's gone. Not even a word of thanks? I'm going to assume that it's chalked up to the amnesia and the brain damage from being possessed by the purple. Ungrateful mortals. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Luckily for them, I'm used to it. The glowing fig! Oh my god! I must have beaten him so hard he had a rather wicked bowel movement. Look at that. It's only a flapping fig. But I thought that addled old Abbot said he'd eaten it. Well, I mean, it's magic. Sometimes they might just translocate themselves out of the bowels of old men. Because, I mean, if I was a fruit, I wouldn't want to be trapped in the bowels of an old man. Because that's a terrible fate. Dun 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 dun. You've obtained a fig. I can now make 1/6 of an ultimate fruit salad. You've got your hands on a fig at last. I'm over the rainbow for you, but I can't help but worrying after seeing what eating one can do to even a mild-mannered old mortal like the Abbot. Yeah, we probably need to make a priority of finding these things, because if someone evil were to get their hands on a fig, well, then I feel like the world would explode. Oh, well, not much we can do about it. Let's get back to the Abbey and see what this vocation-changing stuff's all about. No, I don't want to change my vocation. Although, Dynne might. Dynne might. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. Now that I'm giving it more than a second's thought, I might do something about it. I might very well change my vocation. I'll give it some thought, because I'm not worrying about it right now, because it is the end of the episode. We made progress. And by progress, I mean, we technically did beat a boss and get a fig and fight 2 enemies. And we leveled up. And we opened boxes. We cannot understate how much progress we made when we opened up like 7 boxes today. That is the mark of any true video game progression system, if you open up enough boxes, you might as well be in the end game at that point. 12 hours of box opening, you're good. You're good. As long as you don't have to pay for them out of your own pocket, then you're good. But if you have to pay for them, well then you should never touch the game upon which something like that exists in. I'm looking at you, unnamed game. Anyway, I'm going to wrap things up here, and I'm going to dance around the inscription because, well, I need to bless this tower so that no one will ever come up here ever again, because if they did, they would find a portal to another dimension, and I'm not sure if I want all of that liquid cotton candy to be ingested by mortal kind. It'll make them die, and that's not something I want to happen to my lovely flock. So, with that, Master of None, you truly have not mastered a single thing about your power. I alone stand victorious, and I'm gonna shut up now. So, whether you watch this episode for 30 seconds or the entire thing, thank you so much for tuning in. On the next episode, we will be returning to Alltrades Abbey to speak with Jack Abbot of Alltrades Abbey and potentially change our vocation. 30 seconds, the entire thing. I will see you in the next episode. Later.